good.
Thanks for signing up for a call, Josh.
Absolutely.
Where are you calling in from today?
So I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. I just moved here actually.
Really? Where'd you move from?
From Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay. And What was the cause for the move?
My wife's job relocated us here, and they offered free living and a free house. So I said, of course.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, of course.
And you're calling in because you did a deal with DealMachine, right?
Yeah, pretty big deal actually.
Well, I can't wait to hear about it. That's great.
Yeah, man, it was pretty exciting. So before we moved to Greenville, my wife and I, we went to Surf City on vacation, which is a couple hours from Fayetteville. And I think we were like our second day in, and our daughter was actually sleeping in the car. We were on our way home from the beach. And we knew that, we had a hurricane about a year ago, and we still saw quite a few houses that had a lot of damage. So we decided to go driving for dollars. And I think we ended up adding like 15 properties. It wasn't really a lot of properties that we added. And like a week after we got home from vacation, we got a call back from one of the postcards. And it was a lady that sent, she first sent an email explaining kind of her situation. She had full power of attorney for her husband, who owns the house, because he had Alzheimer's and dementia. And she didn't really have the time to rehab the house because she was taking care of her husband. And so long story short, just tried to figure out what she needed for the house. And there was actually quite a bit of moving parts with the house because it was condemned by the city because of a sewage issue. So, but oddly enough, the buyer ended up being one of my main buyers for Fayetteville too. He wanted to expand to the beach. So it actually ended up being a pretty simple deal between negotiating with the seller and getting it on track with the buyer. Ended up being a $43,000 deal, which is pretty huge. Yeah.
Dude, you got to feel great about that.
That's do. It was crazy. I mean, you see other people getting these big deals, and you're like, I hope I get one someday.
Right.
And but that one, it just kind of like fell from the sky, man. It was probably the easiest deal I've done so far, and the biggest actually. So.
How many deals have you done so far?
From DealMachine, I've done 2, but I've been wholesaling full time now for about a year, and that makes my 6th deal.
Okay, great. How'd you get your other deals before the last 2 with DealMachine?
Driving for dollars, but that was before I knew about the app.
Okay, so you've been driving for dollars this entire time.
Yeah, every deal I've had is from driving for dollars.
Incredible.
Yeah.
How is DealMachine? How has this changed your life? In the way that you operate your business.
So simple. I mean, I'm sure of course, when you used to drive for dollars, we'd have to go home and organize it into a CSV and then have it skip trace and wait for that. And so DealMachine is just a one-stop shop. I mean, you drive for dollars and you're done.
Yeah.
Card, that's your first touch. And then, skip tracing is pretty much done for you. So you can text or call. It makes it so easy.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's great. I'm so happy to hear you say that. Are you the only one driving, or do you have other people driving with you?
So right now it's just me. I've got a couple of friends that they're interested in it. We just haven't really worked out the details. But right now it's just my wife and I. She's actually kind of like I call her my sniper, because we'll be, driving and she'll see a house half a mile down the road and say it's vacant, and she's always right. So she's like, I call her my little sniper.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Is she on your account then that can add properties?
No, because we're always together.
Okay.
I don't do anything else besides wholesale. On her days off, we'll go driving, and so we're always together.
That's fun, but that's a lot of fun to do that together.
It is. She likes to show me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many hours a week do you spend working on your real estate business, would you say?
At least 30, I would say. I do it every day, pretty much nonstop. Of course, I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad too, so pretty much anytime I have available in between that, I'm working on wholesaling. And
then you quit your job. Like, what was that story like? A lot of people want to quit their job.
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually tried wholesaling about 3 years ago, and this was when Sean Terry was kind of like the person to go to listen about wholesaling. And so I spent almost $2,000 in 3 weeks for direct mail. Didn't know what I was doing and got no deals out of it. So I was like, no, forget this. It doesn't work.
For 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks. We did nothing but direct mail, and so it didn't work. I gave it up. I got my real estate license a couple months before that. So I worked as a realtor for about 2 years. I didn't really like that. My time was abused by a lot of different clients. They would want to look at 50 houses and then they would decide they're not going to buy. And I was like, man, I can't do this. I'm wasting weeks with buyers that aren't buying houses. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll give wholesaling a try again. And to be completely honest, for the first probably 6 months of wholesaling, I was really lazy with it. I mean, I would drive for dollars primarily, but it would take me weeks to get through a list of 200 people, which, I mean, now you can do that in 2 or 3 days. Mm-hmm. So it took me a little while to get traction. And so my first deal was actually a little over 6 months into the business, which was March of this year was my first deal. And that was a multifamily that we found driving for dollars. Since then, primarily, I've just been driving for dollars from all my deals. But now with this deal, I'm looking to probably start scaling a little bit.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool. It's an exciting time.
Yeah,
how much money have you spent on marketing per deal that you've done driving for dollars, kind of like all time?
I mean, I've kept it really simple. My skip tracing has always been about 18 cents per lead. And of course the postcards are about 99 cents. So I would say it's overall probably less than $3 per lead. So I mean, with DealMachine, it's $49 a month. I would say my average has been maybe $150 a month, with the total being probably right at $1,200, $1,500.
Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, $1,200 to $1,500 per deal.
Yeah, I would say.
Okay.
Once rounded out, yeah.
Yeah, and then how many postcards have you sent out total?
Actually, I haven't sent out a lot. I've probably sent out maybe less than 200 postcards. 200
postcards? Okay.
Yeah.
Like the other ones you got before DealMachine, you were cold calling them? Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Did those two that came from DealMachine, were those from direct mail that you sent out?
Yes, they were.
Okay, cool. So 200 was the number of postcards that you think you sent?
Yeah, it was about, yeah.
That's a really awesome spread. I mean, are you targeting areas that are really competitive, or are you going to areas that are more on the outskirts? Like those are great numbers. Those are better than average numbers.
Yeah. With Fayetteville, at least, I mean, there's people there that wholesale, but so I try to formulate my own case studies every time I get a call back. Mm-hmm. And when I cold call people, I ask the same thing, do they have any other offers? Have they been cold called before? Just to kind of understand my market and what's going on. Mm-hmm. How many other people are doing the same thing as me.
Right.
So Fayetteville right now, I would say it's not very competitive with DealMachine especially. And out there in Surf City where I got that big deal, I don't think anyone's done that at all. I mean, I know there are a couple of sellers that said they've gotten postcards, but not from DealMachine.
All right. Well, it seems like you've got a great system going, and I can't wait to see, what comes next for you. Would love to stay in touch about any other deals that you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, what you've done is really impressive. You gotta feel proud of that.
I am proud, man. I think it's a litlittle bit luck, but I'm gonna take it.
Well, I think you can prove. Yeah, I think you can prove that it's not luck by keep doing it.
Yeah, absolutely, right.
You might not get 2 more deals in the next 200 postcards you send out, but if you send 300-400 and you're consistent, I think that there's a really good chance that you'll continue to get deals.
Yeah, absolutely. No, DealMachine's like the lifeblood of my business. I don't think I'll ever not have it.
Oh, I love that. I love to hear you say that. Of course. What is there anything new that you think that you'd really appreciate having in DealMachine, especially since you use it, so it's such an important part of your business?
I think one thing I found was maybe exporting single deals, because I know you can export the whole file, but maybe if you could sort of export, 1 or 2, for instance, let's just say you export a whole sheet, or the whole list that you did, and then, the very next day you find another 15 to 20 properties, if you could just export those instead of, having the whole sheet again. I mean, it's not a big deal, just copy and paste it onto your current sheet, but it would be nice.
Okay. So you do know you can you use the export tools that we have, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're saying like you want to make those a little bit more specific to like what you want to export instead of everything at once?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's coming. So we have
Cool.
we have like an online place where members can submit what features they're requesting.
Okay.
And so that URL is actually dealmachine.featureupvote.com. So if you head over there, you can actually see the very top voted idea right now is export filters. And
okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you check on that, there's like a bunch of comments, and obviously like people have voted that up, and just wanted you to know about that. To see what else we're working on, and then also if you have any other suggestions, like we'd really love for you to let us know. And then this just helps us track it, so it feels like you tell somebody and then it kind of flies out the window.
Right. No, I know that you guys have been very good about, referring to your customer base about what it is they want.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for your time, Josh. This was a huge honor to get to talk to you. Congrats on your $43,000 deal.
Yeah, man. 42.
Yeah. Congratulations on that. I love the size of that check. That's awesome.
Yeah, me too. More to come, right?
Absolutely. I'm going to send you over a link to get free DealMachine hat for you and is it your wife or fiance?
Wife.
Okay, great. Yeah. So we want to celebrate with you guys and let you guys pick out something from our swag store and ship
awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yep. All right. I'll talk to you later, and keep finding those deals and let us know when you get your next
Absolutely, man. I sure will.
Awesome.
Thanks,
I'll
man.
see you later. Thanks, man.
Okay.
Bye.